This will be part 2 of our Unit 7, Lesson 1 set of notes on the exponent rules and properties. In part 1, we dealt with the zero exponent. In this part, part 2, we were dealing with negative exponents. In the excerpt here from your formula chart, we see down here is our negative exponent property. And we have our definition here that says if a factor in the numerator or denominator is moved across the fraction bar, the sign of the exponent is changed. So here we have a situation where a is in the numerator. It has a negative exponent, so if I move this a down to the denominator, the exponent becomes positive. If the negative exponent is in the denominator and I move this a up to the numerator, then the exponent is now positive. So if I have a fraction that's being raised to a negative exponent, I take the numerator of the fraction, move it down to the denominator, take the denominator of the original fraction, move it up to the numerator, and now basically what I've done is I've flipped the fraction and the negative exponent becomes a positive exponent. So let's look at 3 examples. In our first example, we have x being raised to the negative 5 power. So this is basically a numerator, so I'm going to put that x in the denominator, and that negative 5 is going to become a positive 5. In example B, it's like this middle part here. The negative exponent is in the denominator, so I'm going to move it to the numerator and make that negative exponent a positive. In our third example, we have a fraction being raised to a negative power. So I'm going to take this x, move it from the numerator to the denominator. I'm going to take the y squared, move it from the denominator to the numerator, keep it in parentheses, and I'm going to change that negative 5 to a positive 5. Now, in this last example, this is not fully simplified, but it's just an example of how to change the negative exponent to be a positive exponent. In a later video, we will look at how to simplify this further. So this is Unit 7, Lesson 1, the negative exponent property.